EA Sports. Alongside the former Chicago Bulls guard, Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, these guys are ready to go.
And people at home can't see me right now, but I'm stretching my arms, I'm stretching my legs. This is going to be one fast-paced game. Let's get to it.
This booth is all stretched out. The players gearing up. Let's get ready for the opening tip. Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
Clippers have the basketball. George, tough matchup against Durant. Oh, pass stolen by the Nets. To Durant. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
George, his first effort off the mark. Dinwiddie with the basketball. Leads one. Knocked loose. Clippers have it. Beverly. Off the mark. No good. Durant across the timeline. He'll run the offense. To Irving. Curling inside. From the painted area, won't go down.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Fires the three. Tough shot for Dinwiddie. No good. Beverly into the front court. His team up by one. A big finish at the rim.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Irving brings the ball up court. To Jordan. The jumper's off the mark. Another follow. Stays out. Kawhi Leonard matched up with Durant. Turns and slams it down. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Kevin Durant, 2 for 3 now here in the first. How do you neutralize a threat like Kevin Durant?
Well, that weak side defender constantly has to shade Kevin Durant, and that primary defender, you have to funnel KD into help every single possession, contest shots, and hope that you can deter his vision and that he misses.
To Leonard. DeAndre Jordan pins it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Baseline drive, the shot won't fall.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
To George. Nothing going here on that drive. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. Into the front court, it's Irving. They're down 3. Lets it fly from long range. Second effort. To Durant. Going to launch beyond the arc. And Kevin Durant, all in one motion, hits it off the catch and shoot.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2" guard. Scary.
Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. To Leonard, and that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Nets have the basketball. Sizing up the defense. Screen coming. The Nets now with 4 to shoot to Jordan. For 3, not going down here. The follow won't go either. To Leonard. Great dish to set it. Oh, ferocious slam inside. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
And Kyrie Irving took the defense for a ride. Tough three-pointer.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Patrick Beverley missed his first. That one goes.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
"17-footer at the buzzer, and it's no good as time runs out on the first quarter of play. On to the second quarter. Neither team sees control in the first. Some interesting things, though, certainly on display.
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
The drive, right to the basket. From long range, working hard. KD follows up with the putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Kawhi Leonard, defended by Kevin Durant. Jared Allen with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
To Dinwiddie. Layup goes down. Well done.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Fires the 3. Can't connect. It's no good. To Leonard. George can't connect. To Durant. Here's a chance from long range, and the rebound taken in by George. Leonard. And it's Harris who's able to clear the rebound. Durant with the basketball up top. Leads just a point. Here comes the screen. Durant against George. Shot from the lane won't go. 4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Defense, do the math. You force them to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Leonard to Paul George. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and Paul George, not sure why they left him that wide open, takes advantage.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jacking back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
To Jordan. Irving. That won't go. Leonard. Big finish at the rim.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Jordan. A shot no good by Harris. George matched up with Durant. To Leonard. Paul George. Passed it off. Throws it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Kevin Durant has it. Beyond the arc for three. That's a dangerous spot. Kevin Durant wide open. He nails it.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
George.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Okay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Subbing in for Los Angeles.
George. Referee blows the whistle. Jump ball coming. The official's ready. Let's see who can take the jump. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Kyrie Irving. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion. And it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance. And in their mind, they do. But in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Durant matched up with Paul George. Can't get past the defender. To Jordan, down low. And the rebound taken by the Clippers. To George. Fires the three. And the rebound comes to Durant. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers.
Take care of the ball.
Kyrie across the timeline. His guys can hold for the final shot. Kyrie Irving. He's 3 for 7.
You gotta play better D than that. What is that, dog?
So we head to intermission all tied up in what's been a tight one from the start. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen. All even through the first half of play as we get rolling once again here in the third quarter. Brooklyn with the basketball. Durant. Leonard. He engulfed him that time.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To the basket is Durant, but his shot stays out. Paul George. Lets it fly from long range. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every...
Throws it down off the alley-oop pass.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Jordan to Durant. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Even to Zubac, snatching it out of the air.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. The pass taken away by the Clippers. To Beverly. Patrick Beverly. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
This type of game needs to be... celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Irving. To Dinwiddie. Even to Zubac with a piece. That's his 3rd block this evening.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Brooklyn's got it. To Jordan. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
And hits the first free throw. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. George, defended by Kevin Durant. Beverly. It's no good. And a putback slam.
And that's what he does. I love players like this. We don't need to draw any plays for you to go out and get yours.
scores from the post.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Nothing going here on that drive. George. Going to launch beyond the arc. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. To Durant. Kawhi Leonard sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Paul George to Leonard. For three. And it's Jordan there to handle the rebound. Irving into the front court. His guys now down by a point. Oh, emphatic slam.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Leonard to Paul George.
Double team. Double team.
Leonard buries the three. He's too good. Good to leave that open.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse and kick out for, guess what, another one.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Into the game.
Irving with the basketball. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Not done yet to Jordan. Goes to the left side. Irving. Shot won't go. George. Terrific vision. Lou Williams. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Here's Irving into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Paul George to Beverly. From long range, never dare Patrick Beverly. Hits a wide-open 3.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Irving, not that time.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
To George. DeAndre Jordan able to recover with the block. Out of bounds. Last touch by DeAndre Jordan. Time to shuffle things up. Leonard buries it on the catch and shoot.
I know the refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Irving fires the 3. No good. That misses with 2 seconds to go. third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. The Clippers are out in front. The Clippers with the basketballs. We begin the fourth quarter, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
And Kawhi Leonard buries the three.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching this shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
When one player goes down, or maybe in this case two, it gives a player an opportunity to really rise to the occasion. Well, that happened last year with Spencer Dinwiddie. When Jeremy Lin and D'Angelo Russell both went down to injury, this kid went from a D-League player to a starter in the NBA, and one of the most clutch players we had for the Brooklyn Nets this past year.
George to Leonard. Here's a chance from long range. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Knocked loose. Clippers have got it.
You got to go for the score here right now in this possession.
Beverly to Paul George. Short jumper won't fall.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Irving knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Paul George to Beverly. George to Leonard. 4-3. The Nets have the rebound. And gets to the basket. Jay, he knew exactly where he was going with it.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Leonard. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Williams, deep right corner. George, defended by Kevin Durant. To Beverly. Shot clock winding down. Beverly. That's off the side of the rim, short. To Dinwiddie. Driving right to the basket. Nothing going here on that drive. And a whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. to Jordan. Short jumper stays out. Gets it at the top of the key. Off the assist.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. George, man, that was a tough shot.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Kyrie with the rock. Clippers have it.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Paul George, 4-2. Draws the double and still hits.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Now the Nets going to take a timeout, but this game's in the balance, and time is of the essence. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
Number 23, Louis Williams.
Irving. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
And the finish. Slam dunk.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Irving. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. First one goes down. Second and 3. Got it. And he hits all 3 free throws. Beverly into the front court. Up by 6. To George. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And Paul George, not sure why they left him that wide open. Takes advantage.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
George. Textbook defense. Oh, it's some frustration simmer with the slam at the buzzer, but it comes in defeat. This game is all over. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they take care of business at home. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.